is Natalie Tyndall. My spiritual name given to me from Shakti Durga is Hope. And there is hope that has led me on this journey. Today I am starting day one of what I anticipate or I aim to be will be a 40-day fast. Why am I doing this? I have been on a spiritual journey for 3, 4, 5 years, depends on when you say I started. Major anxiety and depression put me on the path, and it has been a hell of a ride up until now. Recently, through various meditations and sessions with my higher guides and through other mentors, I came to the understanding and knowledge that in a previous life I was Judas Thaddeus, known as St Jude, possibly the brother or cousin of Jesus Christ. I was also told that through healing myself, I would become a great healer. I would have access to the mastery and skills that Judas Thaddeus obtained in his life. Judas is my higher self in another dimension. I've been able to communicate, whilst on a fast, I've been able to communicate with Judas. I lasted 11-day fast, which was incredible. The most spiritually powerful I have ever felt. But it still wasn't enough to kick in what I've been told, the healing powers and skills that I would have. I'm here to serve the planet, to serve humanity, to serve Christ, to serve God, which has not been easy for my personality, for my ego, for this life to come to terms with. I'm an Aries. I'm a predominantly fire sign. I have no earth in my sign. I don't think I have any air either. Touch of water. Maybe a touch of air, no water. Anyway, touch of air, no water. Many stories to tell. But today is day one of my fast. I contemplated whether to do this. I obviously haven't prepared. I've got no makeup on. My hair is a shambles. I'm sitting in here on a hot day outside with next to nothing, so I'm hiding under the blanket. I've done this in such a professional and in such a spontaneous way. After having a session with Stephanie this morning, my mentor, and she has her own amazing story to tell. And we were talking about being trailblazers, and Stephanie needed a push to do her videos. She wanted to get the lighting right. She wanted to get the videos right and the mics right. So Stephanie, this is for you. If I can do this, you can do this. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what take you have. We're not doing this to go viral. We're doing this to help the world, help the earth, help humanity. So day one of my fast, let's get back to my fast. I'll be doing when I did my 11-day fast, I did water, 100% water, 99.9% water, because I still have to cook for my husband and son, and I found it difficult to not lick the spoon whilst cooking for them. I have a little nibble, so this time nothing goes in this mouth other than green juice twice a day with herbs and spirulina green powder that I am taking for a whole other different reason, or same reason really. So twice a day, the green juice with the spirulina and lots of water, apple cider vinegar, and that is all. I have a rosacea, which came about probably, I had my son when I was 35. Prior to that, I had perfect skin. I've always had perfect skin. It's the one of the things I've been proud of this beautiful body that I've been given. After giving birth to my son, I ended up with rosacea, really, really, really bad. It's not looking so bad today. It's a bit red. I do get white. There's one there, white sores on my face, which is really gross and horrible. So, rosacea is kind of like, I'm having a blank. So within, as without, as within, so without, I don't know. But rosacea is the sign of how my body's going inside. It's not going so bad today. After Christmas, I had a 2-week binge on Christmas, which is my issue. I go extremes. I'm all in, all out. So I'm all in, or I'm all out and eating whatever I want. And I like fish burgers with chips and gravy and horrible stuff like that. I'm also, I'd like to say I'm vegan, but I'm a food addict, I suppose. And I struggle with, I'm completely off red meat. Have had chicken once every 6 months. Still off fish, occasionally have seafood, and occasionally have eggs, and occasionally have milk. Milk in things like chocolates or smaller pastries, that's baked goods. So my goal is to be vegan for the animals. No other reason other than for the animals. I believe I've read that Judas was also vegan or vegetarian. Jesus was pescatarian. I believe it's important for us as spiritual aspirants, as spiritual warriors, to not eat meat. God gave us plentiful of sustenance and food to live a more than healthy diet on plants, on nuts, on seeds. We don't need to take from beautiful animals on this planet, and it says in the Bible as such. But that's not why I do it. I'm ex-Catholic, strong ex-Catholic. Have a lot of love for Catholics, but a lot of sadness, anger, frustration over the Catholic Church. Not a lot. I don't know. No, that's not right. Those emotions have moved through me, no longer in me, but intellectually and energetically and morally and ethically, I have very little regard for the Catholic Church, and I think the Catholic Church and the Christian majority of churches, time has come. But that's a whole nother story. I'm just telling you because the Bible I recognise as components being words, messages from God through those that wrote the Bible, but also components have been corrupted by man to suit their agenda. So we have to be mindful of what we believe from the Bible and what we take, I suppose. Oh, I'm just seeing a little blue ring. This is where I am outside. I live in the most beautiful place in the world, in Australia. Oh, look, grass. Look at that beautiful blue sky, and look at that green. Now, somewhere here, this is my front garden. Aren't I blessed? Give me a hey yeah. Somewhere here are my peacocks. Oh, there he is, hiding behind They're not my peacocks. They belong to themselves. And behind, just you can see a little head poking out. He's been fluffing around me all day, and now he's gone camera shy. He is so beautiful. So, this is where I live. Isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it just gorgeous? Anyway. What were we saying? So anyway, I don't know what I was saying. Stephanie, I sound like you. It does say in the Bible is corrupted by me. Components of it. So you have to use your own intuition, what resonates for you. But there are still very important messages in the Bible. The reason why I'm doing 40 days is to connect with Judas Thaddeus and access my higher self, to connect with Jesus Christ and Christ consciousness, and bring forth in this physical body the mastery and skills to heal, as Judas did once Jesus was, what do we say, executed and resurrected. Judas left his family and travelled the known world in that part, bringing about the Catholic Church, preaching the Christian Church, preaching the words of God and of Jesus. And he did this knowing that it would cost him his life, which it did. And in this process, he gained the powers to heal with his hands. I have been told, and I hope and believe, that I have the ability to access these same powers. That my role here is to physically heal, particularly those on a spiritual path, those here to help awaken the world and raise the vibration of the world and of humankind who have physical ailments, so I can assist them and to assist those in need. So we shall see. I'm also overweight. Ooh, I'm also overweight. I'm not going to show you my body right now. There we go. I am currently size 16. To be healthy, I should be size 10. 12 would be healthy. I'm 44 years old, turning 45 this year. I have one beautiful little 8-year-old boy and my beautiful husband. I've suffered from anxiety and depression. I believe for 5 years, it just come at me from out of the blue, hit me for a 6, put me on this path, lots of learning, blah, 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 blah. Antidepressants, which just totally messed up my ability to think, messed up many things. But it also saved me. It had a part to play, a short-term part, but a part to play. I've healed myself from anxiety and depression through meditation, through so many things, and we can talk about that as we go along. Meditation was the first thing. I also learnt that I had pyroluria, which is a genetic disorder, as well as I'm an undermethylator. Possibly have the MTHFR gene, otherwise known as a motherfucker gene, which causes many issues. And I haven't had myself retested, so I will. But the last fast was what I needed, the last bit tweak to help me get off antidepressants and stay off. I've since had triggers that would put me back into anxiety and depression happen in my life in that period since getting off the antidepressants, and they haven't caused me anxiety. So that fear is transcending and moving on. rosacea, which presents as red face, white, pussy, ickies. So that needs to be healed. And extreme weight gain, complete lack of physical energy. So yeah, no, I'm not a walking illness. I've got a few little problems, but we shall heal it through the power of God. I was going to say through the power of grace, God. The power of God, we shall heal, and then we can go forward and help heal you if you need. So this is a completely amateurish video blog, YouTube. I'm going to do day one every day. God, if my grandmother sees this, she'll think I'm gone completely nuts. If any of my family sees this, they'll just confirm what they already know, what they already think they know, is that I'm completely nuts. But if my friends see this at school, they already know I'm nuts too. So everyone who knows me knows I'm nuts. So, yeah, I am going to sit outside on the New Year's Day, the 1st of the 1st, 2019. Those in numerology will know whether this is an auspicious day to start a fast. And enjoy the bird sounds. Enjoy the sun and the breeze and the blue sky and the green grass and the insects. And we will journal my journey by video. There was one other thing I just wanted to say today, was it does say in the Bible, why 40 days? Sorry. I want to say why 40 days because I watched, we look for signs from beyond. They don't send us emails and say, hey, you need to do a 40-day fast. And that's so that you can access your high mastery skills of healing through Judas Thaddeus. No, they don't come like that. You've got to be looking for the signs and aware and interpret them and access your voodoo and figure out what it all means. And through various signs, for me, the 40 days kept coming up. Jesus did a 40-day fast. Judas did a 40-day fast. I watched Noah, the movie with Russell Crowe, the other day, and Noah was in the ark for 40 days. So it just kept coming up, and so I know that 40 days is important. I also know that I still am in a physical body, and not permanently residing in the fifth dimension. So I have to be careful with this physical body, and I will be very, very aware and watchful of when my body has had enough. So we might get 11 days, we might get 12 days, we might get 40 days. We shall see. The other thing I was going to say was the Bible also says when doing a fast, or Jesus says, or somebody says, when doing a fast, not to tell others about it. It's a very private thing. Not to broadcast it for your own pride and say, hey, look at me, everybody, I'm doing a 40-day fast. Aren't I so awesome? So I wasn't going to do this, and I wasn't going to tell everyone, but after chatting with Stephanie and having a session with Stephanie this morning, talking about being trailblazers and clearing the path for others to follow, it felt like that part of the Bible was relevant if it was directly from God, that it was relevant for those times, or in my situation. I'm not doing this for, hey, look at me, because when you look at me, you're going to think, wow, she's completely insane. So it's not going to be a positive look at me. Whereas possibly back in the day with old Jesus, when you did a fast, everyone went, oh yeah, good, cool dude, on you mate, good job, wish I could do it, well done. So there was that acclaim and fame that came with it, where I don't think that's going to be the case now. So for me, I've decided to journal, through YouTube, and we shall see. So today, the first 3 days on a fast are always the hardest. The first is the hardest, second and third, and then after that, like day 4, it's like, wow, I don't need to eat anymore. I don't want to eat. Excuse me, sneeze coming. See, Stephanie, again, sneezing. Letting it all what's the stuff that we in our throats go? Not the crud. You crumb. What is it? American saying something. Anyway, so I'm done for now till tomorrow. Peacock hasn't come over, and that wasn't so scary. I'm not going to play this back and watch it again. That would be torturous. And I don't know if I'll share it on Facebook. It's kind of a bit cheating if I don't. We'll see. I'll see how I go. Love to you all. Or love to nobody. Bye.